Hello, for this activity you've chosen adding and subtracting fractions by using equivalent fractions to kind of help get it set up. So this one's a little more supported because you're doing a few of the same activities to kind of get ready to solve the same problems. So I'll go through the worksheet and then I'll do an example kind of on the side. So first part says rewrite each pair of fractions with least common denominators. So first thing you need to do is choose what's the common denominator going to be, and then rewrite or rename the fractions so that they have that common denominator. And then the pieces down here are using those same numbers to do addition problems. They're just set up a little differently. So like this is one whole problem here. And what you're doing is kind of like, these are your first two fractions. So this is your first fraction and then rewritten. Second fraction, rewritten, and then you're adding them together. So your answer is going to be ending up down here at the bottom. So you can see your denominators kind of given here, and then the denominator is what you need to find here, and then so you're only filling in the blanks. So a lot more is kind of given to you, so you have some parts already filled in, and you're filling in the blanks, so the rest of the parts. So I'm going to do over here on the side an example that's similar to the kinds you're going to do on this page. So for the first part, so this would be what you would do on the top box. So our example is going to be 1/5 and 7/8. Okay, so what we would do for that first box, right? You're given kind of a long box like this. First, what's our common denominator going to be? So I'd have to list out 5 and 8, right? Or, you can just figure these out in your head. 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 8, 16, 32, 40. And then we might notice, okay, sweet, 40 is also what 5 goes into. So our common denominator is going to be 40. So I need to rewrite two fractions, the two are given, with denominators of 40. So I go back to my original fractions, and remember we need to multiply them by a fraction that equals 1. So 5 times what number is going to give us 40? Well, we know that's going to be 8. So we're multiplying this fraction times 8 over 8. So 1 times 8 is going to give us 8 on the top. Same thing over here. So we're multiplying by some fraction that's equal to 1. So it has the same number on top and bottom. 8 times 5 equals 40. So I'm going to use 5 here. So 8 times 5, 40. 7 times 5, 35. So that would be what you would do on the first part. Okay? So then the second part looks a little different. So this is where you have kind of the two fractions and the boxes that you're filling in the blanks. So we would have, for example, 1/5 here like this is equal to, and then let's do 8 over something, right? You would be filling that in. And then we would have 7/8 is equal to something over 40. And you'd be filling that in. And then it kind of gives you a line here, and you're adding them together, and you're going to get something over 40. And your job is to fill in those blanks. So we already figured out a lot of these blanks. We know that this is going to be 40 right here, right? So we figured that out. We know this is going to be 35. So then you're just adding up your numerators. So we got 8 and 35. So that's what we're adding together. So we get on the top 43 over 40. And you're done. If you wanted to write that as an improper fraction, it would be 1 and 3/40. All right, so good luck with questions 1 through 10 on the page.